thought that was a good place to start. Really liked how unselfish we were with the ball. I liked how I liked our defensive intensity early in the game. Late in the first half, they started getting to the offensive boards on us, and we cured that in the second half. Now, we also gave them a lot more drives in the second half that got them to the foul line a lot more and things like that. But overall, it was a very good performance. I thought Luke was really, really effective on both ends, especially on the backboards and defensively. He kind of anchors our defense back there, and was really pleased. We thought we were going to have Jeff Roberson for this game, and I found out at pregame meal, no less, he'd already gone through the shoe run. I found out at pregame meal that they weren't going to let him play. He's had a concussion for the last couple of weeks, so we had to hold him, and which pressed Luke into action a little bit more tonight. But all in all, I thought we competed real hard and did what we had to do. We gave them our length gave them trouble, and so we'll go back and watch the film and see what we think. But I think that you can see a lot of progress and the improvement that has taken place with our players, and I thought it was a really solid performance.
After emphasizing the need for defense, to want to see defense, pretty gratifying that it started so well defensively.
Yes, very much so. We were about 5 or 6 more rebounds in the first half away from really putting up a low number defensively. And 15's a good number, but we could have been really low. I think my staff told me that they scored 10 points on offensive rebounds in the first half. So 10 of their 15 were second chance points, which means our first shot defense was pretty strong. So it didn't help that we got Damian in foul trouble. That kind of took him out of rhythm. And we're going to have some of that, I think, early in the season. Although we've practiced to not foul. But yes, our defensive intensity was very good. And we have to keep growing that, because human nature is to let up defensively, especially after you get a little bit of a lead. And I tried to make the point to our team that you don't get away from people unless you get consistent stops. You consistently have to get defensive stops in order to separate and get away from people. And we certainly did that early in the game. And I don't know, I think somebody told me it was 23. We had 23 before they scored, and I didn't anticipate that. But anyway, it was certainly a good performance.
A little bit of a blessing in disguise, maybe, that Jeff didn't. He's one of your better defenders, that he didn't play, and the other guys had to defend without him in the lineup.
No blessing. We would have liked to have had him, and he needs to get back in there and play. And of course, he can't until he's able. But anyway, we'll look forward. We should have him back by Monday, and so we really look forward to that.
I think when you're a good team, you have kind of a sloppy open. You guys were pretty sharp, maybe till the end, 9 turnovers. Do you feel like you guys were pretty much on your game?
Yeah, we've had a couple of scrimmages against 2 of the best teams in the country, and I'm not surprised we're on our game, because we've been on our game most of the fall, and so confidence comes from knowing what to expect, and I have confidence in our team because they give me reason to expect that they're going to play hard. They give me reason to believe that they're going to be unselfish, because that's how they play. I have reason to believe that Luke is going to anchor our defense, because I see it every day in practice. And I have reason to believe that Damian's getting more aggressive, because I see that too. And there were some things that were important, I thought, tonight. The first timers, the Cam Justices and Joe Toys and Nolan Kresslers, it was really important to get them in the flow. And the best sub I made was the one where I put Nolan back in the game at the end, and he went in there and got 2 buckets and made 2 really spectacular plays, so he's going to be real important to what we do, and so I was happy that he got in there and did some good things.
Yeah, but the things you just said are usually things that you say about a senior and junior dominated team. What's it say that you say these things about a team that's really loaded with freshmen and sophomores?
Well, the core of this team is sophomores and juniors. I mean, those are the first 6 or 7 guys are all sophomores and juniors. Now, that's still a young team, still a very young team, but it's an experienced team because those guys played a lot of minutes last year. And so, in this day and age, people don't care how old you are, how young you are, you just got to be able to play. And we have a chance to be very good because we have some guys that can play regardless of their age. And I think you can tell that some of those freshmen are going to be good players too.
How do you feel your guards adjusted to the extra hand checking rules in this game?
I didn't see, there were a couple of hand checks called, but I was fine with I thought a couple guys got tired and winded, which is normal for the first game, adrenaline and all of that. And but I thought we got they had a stretch in the second half where I think they scored either 5 out of 6 possessions or 6 out of 7, and we'll probably see that segment tomorrow in the film section because it was because of lack of discipline and some play, some things that, if we want to be who we say we want to be, then we can't play that. And not even for a 5 possession stretch. So I don't care if you've got a 40-point lead. You need to play each possession the best that you can. And for the most part we did, but we just had a little stretch in the second half where we failed to guard them.
Last one, guys.
When you hold them a 1-16 from 3, your thoughts on that?
Well, I really like Dave, and obviously they have a guy sitting on their bench that's very special to me and our program. So I hope it was our defense and not their shooting. I hope that they're a better shooting team than that because obviously I want to see them have a lot of success. In some cases I think we were able to get up and really bother them and get them late in the clock, and that's one of the things that happens with this shorter shot clock. Everybody thinks it's going to increase offense. It makes offense a little bit harder, and you might have to shoot it faster, but if you're in good defensive position, then it makes it even more difficult to score sometimes because you just don't have as much time.
All right.